What's up, everybody, and welcome to a very special Thursday Fluffer and Stuff show, which we haven't done in a while. We haven't done it since you've seen this beautiful man next to me, and I would just, oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited and so extremely happy to have my partner in crime, Sean Ahrendt, back on the show. You have no idea. It's like a kid in a candy store. You know, you separate me from my partner, and now I got him back, and it's like, oh, everything is right in the world. And so let me say this before we get going. I'm just doing like an intro here, but you haven't noticed the stuff that I've added to my shit. So hopefully I don't mess it up now. But I'm the very sexy, very attractive, very distinguished, always narcissistic, but never vain. A staunch defender of Rob Liefeld and a lover of everything 90s. Joseph Michael Sontag, or Joe M. Sontag if you prefer, as the Pope likes to call me, JMS. Welcome to the fucking show, everybody. This is the Fluffer and Stuff show on Thursday, the 30th of July. And that's all I got right there. I'm going to shut up because I want to hear you talk. It's been forever, man.
First, what the fuck does staunched mean?
I don't know, dude. It just came to me. I'm going to have to look it up. I don't even know if it's an actual word.
Like, it could be offensive, like used against you.
Dictionary real quick.
All right. Well, I'm Sean Ahrendt. I haven't been here for a while. The night after the Billy Tucci show, like early morning, my father, hey Charlene, my father passed away. So I needed some time to jump ship for a bit. And I asked Joe to take realms and continue on what I did what I did do. And I'm very appreciative. Love you, Joe.
Love you,
Thank you
man.
to Mike McMahon for stepping up to bat. Um, yeah, so blessed. Like, thank you guys so much. I know, like, the love and support from everybody. Uh, the kind wishes and all that. Just very blessed. Me and my family are very appreciative. So, I just wanted to kind of come back and ease that in and just kind of go over a little bit of like a origin story. Like, I didn't really go into mine, but like why I love this shit that we do. Um, like I got it from him, my dad. So it's cool to be involved in all this. And hey, Frank, and to all this cool comic book and sci-fi genre and all like the nerdy shit and cool music. You know, uh, I kind of got it from all of him. And, very blessed.
Absolutely. Hey, I know that a lot of people miss you, man. I had people always asking me, how you were doing, and obviously, no one can really know unless they went through what you went through. But you have a ton of love from all of your friends in this community for you and your mother. I pray for you on a daily basis, both you guys.
Thank you. Yeah.
And it's funny talking to Mike McMahon, which again, by the way, thank you so much, Mike, for jumping on and co-hosting the show while Sean was gone. That was awesome. That was great that you do that. But it was so cool because a lot of people might not know this, but a lot of the guests we had on when Sean was absent there for a while were guests that Sean had booked, and a lot of them were Sean's friends and people that he met throughout the years through different ways. And so I got a chance to meet a lot of those guys too and get to know them. And in talking to everybody, it is crazy how you really seem to be the linchpin to a great giant group of people. And I don't know if you noticed that or if you ever even knew it, but it's just like it seems like through you, a lot of people met each other. And that's especially I would have never met a lot of these guys if it hadn't been for you and me getting on here and doing this. So I think that's really cool. And my point is that you have it. I was really blessed, and it warmed my heart to see the support group that was behind you during all this, especially being able to talk to the guys in private when we weren't doing the show. Um, so, I mean, that meant a lot to me. I'm sure
What's
it
up,
means a lot
Mikey?
to you. What's up, Mike?
It's my
And
cousin,
again,
my primo.
this is the first time we've had Sean back. So, I tried to put it out there. Anybody well wishes, and let's just chill love. Let's have a good time. Be part of our show. Comment. I will throw it up here when you make it. So this will be kind of a little different of a show than we usually do, but
Mark, I love you. Thank you.
yeah, there you go. Hell yeah. But yeah,
So
it's
yeah, no, like it's good to be back. I gotta kind of throw myself in here. I don't know when I will come back or if, because at the time when I was like, Joe, can you know, here's everything, all the responsibilities. At that moment, I was like, yeah, like this could go a couple months. But seeing things, it's like just gonna kind of go into the best I can for now, and we'll work with that. You know,
absolutely. And I was prepared to go as long as you needed. As I was happy when you hit me up and said that you were ready to come back, and I was like, that's great because obviously, um, the show's not the same without you. Um, I think what was cool about the whole concept of why we did this in the first place was just the fact that you and I enjoyed talking about comics and the industry together, and we decided to make it a show because we figured we have such a good time that maybe other people have a good time, you know. And that was the basis of the show. And then it caught on, and we started getting a shit ton of guests, and that's been awesome. The Odd and Stuff show has turned into a really guest heavy show. And this show, particularly the Fluffer and Stuff show that we usually do on Wednesdays, or we did between the Odd and Stuff show, was more of the show where you and I could actually just sit and spitball and talk about our personal projects and whatever the hell we want to talk about without having a guest on. So I've definitely missed this show because Sean lives in, fuck, where do you live at again? I always want to say New Jersey, and that's not right anymore.
I'm from Jersey, straight
Right,
up,
yeah.
but I live in Delaware now.
Delaware.
Total culture shock.
Oh, I bet.
But
For some reason I want to say New Hampshire. I don't know why, but yeah,
nah,
Delaware. Delaware.
people are nice. It's really weird, suspect. But
But yeah, Sean lives in Delaware. I live in Michigan, so we don't get to see each other very often. I mean, this is actually the only time we get to see each other as close as a hangout face to face kind of aspect. So I look forward to this. I've gotten to know Sean pretty good over the last, I don't know, probably 5 years, ever since I decided to come back to art. When I was telling I think I was telling Mike this in one of our conversations we were having, that when I met Sean back in
07.
2000, okay, yeah, 2007. I met Sean in 2007, and I him and I
Matt,
clicked.
what's up, man?
Go
That's
down, Matt.
awesome.
Him and I clicked right off the bat as far as we were both big Image guys, both big Rob Liefeld guys, and I hadn't really met a guy like that I could talk to with those subjects. So I mean, it was awesome. And then I took a detour in my life, and I stopped doing comics and art for a while, and I did music for a long time. And when I did that, I think I talked to Sean every once in a while, but we didn't have too much communication during that 8-9 year span. But when I decided to start drawing again, Sean was the first guy I hit up.
Sofizo.
Graficos.
That's an awesome
Sofizo.
name.
Yeah. Sean was the first guy I hit up, and I drew a picture of Grifter, and I was just like, "Hey man, I'm drawing again." I was like, "What do you think?"
This
And from
sucks.
that, yeah, it was like, he's like, "Dude, you should quit." It was like, "You should go back to doing music." And but ever since that point, Sean and I have become real close. I mean, he's the guy I bounce everything off of. If I'm drawing a commission, I'm doing a page layout, I throw it at him just to see what he's thinking. And a lot of times he's a big, encouragement to me, and actually a big motivator. I think I might have been much more of a procrastinator if it hadn't been for Sean in my life over the last 5 years, putting a boot in my ass and saying, "Dude, you need to do this. You need to get on it," especially when it comes to my book. Like I was doing a lot of other stuff, and Sean, you were one of the main motivations to get actually working on my own book there for a while. So
Hard facts. They should.
That's
They should.
interesting.
Yeah.
Delaware. See, yeah, I mean, it's from Jersey.
Why didn't you guys pay attention to me? Like Marco and I are in a group chat, and like I tell all about myself, but they're just like, no.
I think it's because you got that accent, dude. Nobody wants to believe that you're in Delaware right now.
Yeah,
You sound like you
weird.
should be from Jersey. It's just
Well,
like it's a Jersey stigma, like it's on you. It's on you.
I'll take that. But no, you know, like again, thank you to everybody. I was going to go into this long spiel, but I'm not because you don't want to hear it. But I kind of wanted to just go into like the stuff my dad got me into.
Yeah.
Hey, Joanna. Like all I ever knew was comics and sci-fi. Like he's a hippie from the Bronx, and I put the map together, kind of like when he was 10. Like that's when like Marvel started again, like FF, Amazing Fantasy 15, all that. And when I was 10, Image started. So it's like you got these two great
Oh,
eras,
nice. Yeah.
and I'm like, that's kind of cool. Not yet, but I will. I'll tell you more about you later on. But thank you, brother. Make some good friends. But no, it was great. So like he worked in Manhattan. So like he would always take me to like work with him, like when I was on vacation or play hooky, and we would go to
Yeah.
all these awesome comic book shops, like some underneath in like a basement, some upstairs, some
Nice.
just some great shit. And like I remember one time, like they're from the Bronx, so they moved to Jersey before I was born, but we had family in the Bronx, and we would always visit the shops there. And there was this one shop owned by, I'm gonna say he's Korean, because whatever, by this Korean guy, who you would have to buzz yourself in. You'd be like buzz and let you in. I'm like, this is weird because Jersey suburbs,
Right.
New York, the Bronx. So we go in there, and all I wanted was like Transformers toys. But hanging on the rack was Amazing Fantasy 15 and Hulk 340, the
Nice.
Holland Wolverine one with the Hulk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want that. And then I pointed, and then I pointed to Amazing Fantasy 15 because I knew Spider-Man's origin because it was just kind of all around. I'm
Yeah.
like, that looks ugly because it's kind of like a brown, yellow. It's not a pretty colored comic. And my
Yeah.
dad just kind of looked at me like he had like a mustache, like he had like a cheesy mustache laugh. And he's like, oh, yeah? Are you sure about that? And like a couple years later, down the line, like I read it by myself. I'm like, this is awesome. But, just good times. Good times. I'm very
So
blessed. Very
he
blessed.
got you both of those or one of them?
No,
Okay, I was about to say like, damn, how much
home.
money?
Yeah, he
Okay.
took me home, and he's like, "This is what I have in the basement." Well, he had those upstairs. So, but
Oh,
I did
nice.
read FF18 by myself before Amazing Fantasy 15 because, like, was that the one? Maybe I'll ask my mother. She would know before. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Fordham Road.
That was another one.
Could have
Yeah.
been like a
Must be.
little Asian guy, tiny store. You just buzz in. It was off one of the highways, maybe the Cross Bronx Express. I don't know. I don't really remember. But there's a lot of great stuff, dude. Like he built models. My first mechanical pencil was his. If I could find
Nice.
it, I think I'm gonna like seal it off in a box. But because he taught me about architecture and all that. Like I have his shit right here, his templates and stuff. And yeah, very very blessed, man. Very blessed. But like even if it wasn't for all like the hobby bullshit that we shared, he's everything you ever wanted to be in a father. Like nurturing and all that. So very blessed.
Yeah.
Very
Sounds
cool.
like
Yeah,
it.
I'll ask my mother. Even my sister, she might know, but yeah.
I have to say when
Yeah, Asian guy,
yeah.
cool shop, very cool shop.
When the one time, or actually I met you twice in person, but the first time when I came up with Bruce, Shout out to Bruce. When we were coming
Bruce.
up from Pennsylvania, I think,
Yeah.
and we met up with you. Had to have been in Jersey, right?
Yeah, you guys came to our house.
Yeah,
It was me
it's
and my dad.
yep. I met your mom.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember there being like a lot of people at the house. At that, am I
There's
fogging that?
always my my uh my friends would stay over even when I didn't ask them to. So like there'd be times where I get up and it'd be like there's some idiot on the couch and I'll leave it at that. So you might have ran into some of my goons.
It might have been. I can't remember. I just remember that I thought there were a lot of people at the house. I remember specifically meeting your mom because she made those really cool um, shirts later on
Oh
that
yeah,
that you brought into the Chicago convention that she made. I was like, that was
yeah.
awesome, you know. But I know I met your dad. I just can't remember. I can't remember too much about it because I don't think we were there for very long before we took off. But
Yeah, he went off and did his own thing because when he would go to a con, he'd go for it. He'd be in the
no,
bins
what do you?
for the issues. Yeah, oh, Jesus
That's
Christ!
awesome.
Like I think it was like 2013. Like we lost him in like, and then he didn't know how to use a cell phone because that's just how he was. He just didn't know how to use his cell phone. So finally, he meets up with us at the place where he's supposed to meet up, and he's got bags and bags of fucking books. And I'm like, how much did you spend? He's like, don't tell Ma. I'm like, okay. So yeah, he loved dumpster diving and all that shit.
That's awesome, man. That is too cool.
No, yeah, no, there was a bunch of shops in the Bronx that we would go to. I don't remember their names. Like I remember there was this sounds so stupid. A wider one. It was very wide. It was white, like the walls, and there was some really cool graffiti, but you can't really pinpoint that in the Bronx to be like, oh, that graffiti. But no, it's fucking white. I think there was like a Spawn mural, like very near to it. But there was a bunch of shops we would go to, like shops and like card shops and like just bodegas where you're like, oh shit, Wildcats cards, box set. I need that. So the
No,
Bronx
that'd
was
be
awesome.
cool.
Shout out to the Bronx.
I when I was in New York with you guys, I don't know if it was before or after the convention, but we went to a comic book store. It was a two-story store. Um,
Was
I
it
can't remember what it
Midtown?
was called. It might have
Probably
been.
Midtown.
Was
Yeah.
it? Okay. It probably wasn't that far from where the convention center was because we were
No.
in that area. Because I remember we went off walking for a little bit doing something. So yeah, it must have been Midtown. And that was cool. That was cool as shit. That was the first time I've ever been to a comic book store like that. Because the stuff around my local area, it's a decent sized store, but it is what it is when you walk in. So it
Yeah.
was a completely new environment going to a store like in New York or whatever, where it's just you go in and you got layers of store, and you got all the crazy memorabilia and the statues and all that shit. I remember when in 2015, I think, when Mine Enemies Fall, which was the band I was in, we were on tour and we were going through Brooklyn, and we got there early in the morning, and we had nothing to do, so we went to we looked up where the nearest comic book
Yeah.
store was at that point, and I don't know if it was the
You
same one or
see.
not, but I don't know if it was the same one or not. But we went to one. It was two stories, because my guitarist at the time, he was big into comics too, and so he's like, "Dude, let's go to a fucking comic book store while we're here in Brooklyn." It's like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it." So we looked up the closest one on our phones, walked to it, found it, went in there, spent some time in there. I was like, yeah. It's like, man, this one reminds me of the one that I went to with Sean. I was like, I don't know if it is because maybe that's a similar design in the
Mhm.
city, because I'm coming out from the country, so I don't know. But in Middle America or whatever it is you call wherever it is you say I live,
Middle America, Central America.
Central America, yeah, Central America. That's where I'm coming from. But yeah, there's some cool shops there. That's for sure.
There was a really cool. I think it was called Cosmic Comics or right by like the Ironside building or the Flatiron building, where it kind of looks like a like off like East 24th and Broadway in that vicinity. Anyway, I had a summer internship back in 2001, and that was across the street. The cool thing about that was the park. I think was Empire Park. It might have been called. But MetLife, the original best comic store I went to in NYC was in junior high, around in the 10th grade. 8th or 10th Street, East Side. They beat you with a bat for stealing, or so they said. Another kid said.
Don't steal.
I don't know. I'll look it up. But like he took me everywhere. But country boys like us can adapt. Yeah,
That's
no doubt.
true.
You're Jersey. You're straight up Jersey. You gotta represent. That's where you are. But no, it was cool because like my folks met from MetLife somehow, and that's how they met. And, like that's where I was. And it was a great shop, so it's like cool like circle of life
That's
and
awesome.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's badass.
But he gave me his collection of GI Joes for my 10th birthday, and I cried like a little bitch. Cause all like that build up summer, I'm going to a shop called the Joker's Child from where I'm from, and I'm like I want this back issue, I want this back issue, because like GI Joe was one of the first ones I collected, and
Nice.
he's like no, he's like I know a guy, we'll get you a good deal, get you a good deal. I'm like all right, whatever. And I'm getting mad. Like the whole summer I had like a little heat. That's old school stuff right there, Marco. Ha, truth. And yeah, and then like on my 10th birthday, he fucking laid this whole box, and I opened it up after I'm like Ninja Turtles, and it was G.I. Joe. I'm like, holy shit,
Nice.
magic. It was awesome. I still got that, but
That's
yeah,
awesome.
stuff like that I'm just always gonna treasure and stuff.
It's so cool, man, that you were able to experience that with your dad, that he could show you that and get you into that kind of stuff. And really kind of spark your love and excitement for that kind of that world, you know.
Yeah.
And then to see where you went, and where you went with it, and where you took your artistic skills and how you ventured into the industry yourself, the independent industry, and all that. I mean, that's got to be something that your dad was really quite proud of you for doing. So I can imagine that that was something pretty exciting for you too to share over the years. That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. It's cool. Like I get to be friends with people I idolize. Like when he would get into conversations with them, like he got a kick out of it. And yeah, he really dug it. Really dug it. And he's always like, "You're getting really good at the hands, because hands are hard to draw." And like he would do like how like Tom McFarlane would do those weird
Oh yeah,
like he's like, "You gotta do this." So my dad would do
yeah.
that, but didn't know. And I'm like, "Oh, all right, cool." Wow.
And honestly, you do draw pretty good hands, man. That's one thing I'll say. I think you draw pretty good hands.
It's tough as shit. I'm just trying
It
to
is,
learn.
man. Dude, I still struggle with drawing hands. I'm just working on a page in my book that I'm working on, and there's a specific hand position I was trying to get, and I knew what I wanted. And when you lay something out loosely, and in the back of your mind, it's like, all right, I got it. Like that's gonna look good. We're good to go. And then you go back to actually start drawing it and rendering it out, and then you just fuck it all up. And then
Yeah,
you lose it. And you're like, shit. You gotta start all
that's
over
why I
again.
do digital. That's why I do just back,
Yeah,
and then I print it out and ink on that. But it's all about time
yeah,
saving.
yeah. That's true. That's true. But yeah, I just went through that myself. Like I raced, and I didn't even finish the final hands I ended up with, which looks the best out of anything I did, wasn't even near what I wanted to do originally. Because I always
Okay.
want to have like these dynamic stuff, in my mind. I always want to go overboard dynamically. And sometimes I got to pull it back and just simplify it to make it actually look right. Otherwise, it just looks wonky.
Yeah.
But yeah, hands, they're a bitch. Hands and feet. Who needs
Not
them?
bad.
Who needs them?
I do want to show a gift that Mike McMahon gave me, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
let's do it. I'm gonna bring you up.
So when Mark Fulton and John Malin launched Graveyard Shift 2, Mike's like, "Hey, whoever backed it, show me your number and I'll draw you a free sketch." And I'm all about seeing a good deal, free stuff I like. So I'm like, "Hey, draw me Rune."
Nice.
And he drew me Rune, and this is awesome.
That's a detailed sketch, man. Like that's not just like quick fucking freebie sketch. That's some time and effort
Not
put
even
into
one
that.
bit. Yeah, that's beautiful. Some great
Yeah,
gradation, the
it's a
face.
great job.
But this is. He also gave me one of the pinups for U.S. Assassin.
Oh yeah.
Let me see that McFarlane homage, but man, all the detail, like all you inkers out there,
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
beautiful
know how to
looking.
do it. Yeah, so very blessed. Thank you, Michael.
Mike is the shit. I
Yeah,
don't know if he's watching that, but if you are, again, thank you. You held this show together for us, and a big thank you to your wife as well for loaning you out for a while.
yeah. Thank you. I know you got your life, you got your wife, you got
Yeah.
your kids, and these extra additive. Thank you. I'm very
Yeah.
blessed.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Definitely some
Hell
sick
yeah. And
work.
if you guys haven't yet, the second tier chance for a U.S. Assassin is still going on Indiegogo. I think it's got a couple more days. I don't know if they're going to extend it, but get on it because the book is done. You know, it should be in your hands by no later than October, but you'll probably get it sooner.
Yeah, I want to say, like, has it already been? I feel like they just launched that, didn't they?
Like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Because I got, because I ended up getting, I got the book as the supplement book for Graveyard Shift.
Come on, entertain me.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
I'm in mourning. You gotta
I
buy me
was
a gift.
looking
No,
at,
I'm kidding.
I was looking up, because we were talking about it, I was looking up the U.S. Assassin. I was going to bring it up for everybody, but I got the book as a supplemental book for the Graveyard Shift,
Yeah,
but I wanted the signed copy, so I went back and got the actually I went and bought their version again. So definitely help them out with that because from I lost where is that there from anybody who was watching the show and saw Mike on there, you can you know that it was a book that was given out for free. And it's a big book. It's a lot of work, you know, and it gave him a lot of promotion and everything. But this is a chance to kind of get Mike the proper payback and respect that he deserves it for his own crowdfunding
yeah,
aspect with the art on that book. So I encourage everybody to go out and buy that. It's a well done book. It's beautifully written, and like you said, they got book 1, book 2 done, and he's working on book 3 right now. So you're gonna get your books, and you're gonna get them fast when they come. So check it out. I'll see if I can find the link and drop it at some point.
yeah. Always
Yeah,
support Mark Polton.
yeah,
Hard facts.
yep,
And also,
definitely.
Mark, and John Malin have the Graveyard Shit Volume 3 campaign going now. I think it's fucking kicking ass. Like it's barely out of a week, and it's what 115K. It could have been higher. I haven't
Dude,
checked since this morning. Maybe around there.
yeah, I
That's
think it was
fucking
at
crazy.
154 or something last time I saw.
154,
I thought. Let me
154,000.
let me look it up real quick. I'm a
Holy
little.
shit, that's crazy. Good for them.
I don't want to put false information out there, so let me.
I will.
uh, I gotta check because I still haven't even backed that yet.
Mm-hmm,
I gotta wait till I get paid. But
mm-hmm.
let's see, Graveyard Shift. Okay, my bad. 124,000. So
Way
I
off.
put the number way off.
No, but that's still huge.
Oh
Like
yeah,
within a week, like they broke 100 by Friday. That was nuts.
yeah. I think they're gonna do some. I don't know if they're gonna get some Van Sciver like cash there, but they're definitely doing. They're gonna be getting some good backing. So this is the U.S. Assassin. Go check it out. Buy it. It's got only 10 days left. Man, I feel like that went by real fast.
It did.
But
And
yeah,
I
they
got
got.
artwork in here too. So buy it.
Yeah, you do. You got an awesome pinup, which I showed
Well,
off.
well, well. Mark penciled that. I just
Oh
inked
yeah,
it. So I didn't want to because I didn't want to like be like, ooh. I inked the cover. No, I inked the pin up. I originally colored it, but then Mark had Andrew Dollhouse color it because it makes sense. You want to keep the flow and the look of product consistently. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm really good. Look how awesome I am. It took me like about a week. I realized it was Andrew. I'm like, motherfucker. But nah. I did
Yeah.
some great tones over the first chapter. So yeah, get the book. And it's awesome. Yeah. It's US Assassin, but the Dark Knight version. Not US Assassin, American Ninja, but the Dark Knight version.
Yeah, you guys love your American Ninja, that's for sure.
There we go.
I do too. I mean, don't take that as me saying I'm against that, because I grew up watching those shows as well. But yeah, Graveyard Shift Volume 3, $124,900 with
Jesus
22 days
Christ.
left. Woo! Good
That's
Lord.
wild.
I could only dream of crowdfunding for that much. But I mean, they're worth it. They're well written. The art's fucking dynamic.
Yeah. And
Really,
actually, go.
that was done by Rob Willis right there.
Yeah, and he'll be on next week.
Yeah,
Saturday, right? Next
yep,
Saturday.
next Saturday. Because we got, which actually, now that you bring that up, so we haven't been going over the schedule a lot lately. So for anybody listening, let me run down some guests coming up are pretty exciting. So we got on the Otten Stuff show on Friday. So starting tomorrow night, we got Ryan Kincaid, fantastic artist. Really looking forward to having him on and just talking about all the projects he's doing. If you haven't checked out his art, definitely do it. I've got one of his sketchbooks that he crowdfunded.
I'm not doing Kickstarter. 2.5%. I keep telling you that. 2.5%.
Indiegogo. Indiegogo.
2.5%. I want my money in my pocket. I don't want
Yeah.
2.5%. But yes, Marco's Gate.
And then, yeah, 2 weeks from now on a Saturday, August 8th, which is going to be a special Saturday show because I accidentally booked the Odd Stuff show on my wife's birthday, which is a big, big no-no. And I wasn't thinking when I did it, so I had to reschedule. And Rob was cool enough to kick it a day. And my wife was cool enough to kick it a day, too. So shout out to my beautiful wife, Anna. Thank you very much for that.
Anna.
So yeah, Rob Willis will be coming back on the show, which is great because Sean missed him the first time around, and his iPad died, so we didn't even get to finish our conversation. But he's a cool dude, fucking awesome artist. Check that dude out. And then August 14th, so August is gonna be stacked. So August 14th, the best inker in the business, I feel, today. Right now, you've seen his work over Rob Liefeld, Brett Booth. He's also a fantastic artist.
An even better friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Adelso Corona will be on the show joining us and just sharing his knowledge of just everything. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun show.
Of course I will be. Hashtag t-shirts galore.
And then August 21st, we're going to have another one of the guys that carries the title of a good guy in comics. He's a good guy. He's a great personality. He's a nice guy. I mean, I've never seen him even utter a bad word against another person. And an Extreme Studios alumni, Mr. Dan Fraga. Fraga?
Oh, right on. Yeah,
he's going to be on the show.
Totally forgot.
So,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah. So we're looking forward to that. Extremely looking forward to that. And on August 28th, the guy that I've talked to back and forth and have really liked his art over the last few years, Mr. Ken Hunt is going to be on.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Yeah, super talented.
He's got very kind of like a Silvestri / yeah, like kind of style. And if you know me, I love that. You know, so the first time I saw his art, I was drawn right in. Awesome art, awesome dude. And then on the 4th of September, we're gonna have Thompson back on, and we're gonna talk about some Eon products and whatever's going on with that. And then the big announcement is on September 25th, we're going to have the return of the band. Brett motherfucking Booth will be back on the show. So tune in for that. That's going to be badass. And after him, we got Jesse Witchman. So, I mean, we're stacked up. And we got open dates still. I got some guys we're talking to still to see if we can get in. So it's going to be an awesome time. It's awesome to get Sean back for these shows. It's going to be good. Hopefully finish the rest of the year out strong, and then we can kick this year in the ass and say good riddance to 2020, which has been no good for anybody. Oops. Did I put that up? Yeah.
Love that Fragaboom. Yeah, good people.
Fragaboom. But yeah, dude. So what were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. I know that you've shared a little bit with me. I know you jumped on and started working on streets again a little bit. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going okay. Putting some time, stories and stuff, working on the development, and adding uh, some character designs. I showed you one,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't sure if you
I
were
like it.
questioning it. Well, I wasn't sure if you were questioning it, like why this,
Oh no,
like
no.
like like blasphemy. So I was like, I don't know. I just the first thing I thought of when I did what I
No,
did.
I was just no, yep. I
Yeah,
liked it. I thought it was cool. It was something. It's something that I would do, and the accent. The thing about the design is a simple design that would be fun to draw, and that was my
yeah,
point. It was
easy,
like
easy and
easy,
detailed.
like it reminds me of this character. It's really not that similar, but it reminds me of talking about it as far as easy to draw. Back in the day when I was working on a book that I was trying to bring to light called Zorbid, which was actually a character that one of my best friends created when we were 15.
Zorbid.
Zorbid, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's like this big,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah. When I
big
saw a
character with
bazillion copies. Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah,
Zorbid. That
big
sounds like
character,
that sounds like the
horn.
Mentos mascot. Zorbid.
It
No, I'm kidding.
would have been cool though, dude. All
Sure.
right, but I had this
I bet.
character. I had this character called Dimsdale, which I don't know if anybody ever read the Scarlet Letter when they were a kid. I had to read it for school growing up, and there was the preacher that did the affair with whatever the chick is in that book. His name was Dimsdale, and I always thought it was just a really cool name, Dimsdale. But the character was just this: he was a shadow.
Denzel.
Yeah, he was a shadow, and there was a shadow of a guy in a trench coat and a stocking cap. Easiest thing in the world to draw, just this outline. I loved it. It was awesome. It was my favorite character. I'm gonna bring him back one day. I am. I'm gonna retool him, and you will see Dimsdale in the pages of
Hey
Reaper
Ray.
Destroyer at some point.
Thank you,
What's up,
brother.
brother? Good to see you, man.
Hey, congratulations on all your success as well. You're kicking ass. I have to have
Yeah,
you
he
back on
is.
soon.
Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
I missed the round table from last week. I got to check that out. But anytime, come on here.
And for anybody that knows or wants to know, Agent Solo, City Under Siege is live, I believe, still on Indiegogo, and we're still trying to push it to about $5,000. I think he's right around the 3 mark.
Yeah,
So
I still got to back that.
check that out. Help him out as much as you can. Let's get that thing funded. I think the Scarlet Letter was mandatory in school. It probably was. It was like one of those books that you had to read, like that. And Taming the Shrew was another book. You know, Shakespeare. Was that Shakespeare? Yeah, I think it was Shakespeare. I can't remember. I didn't like it, but it had a cool name. Taming the Shrew. It's just you would think it'd be something different than what it was, but you know, I don't know.
Okay. What about you? How's your book going?
It's going good, man. I got page 1 done. I'm almost done with page 2. The Great Gatsby. Yeah.
It wasn't that great.
The title is very misleading.
Yeah, it's like A Wonderful Life. It's like, nobody could have. Like, it seems to me people have been a lot better without George. That's what his name. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Everybody's life
George.
seemed awesome. Like he
When he
comes.
died, when he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, except his, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
But yeah, I'm almost done with page 2. I got page 1 out to Adelso right now, who I think is going to start inking it here pretty soon. The cover for the ash can is still out to Andrew. He's working on that. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the chance to see that soon. But it's going good, man. As you know, I mean, I work a full-time job. I have a full-time family, so I'm averaging about a page a month, which sounds crazy slow. I understand that, but at some point, I'm going to kick up the gears and to make sure that we get this book done, at least on my end, by the time we crowdfund in July. So I think July is definitely going to be the month I think we're going to crowdfund in 2021. So
all right.
it's going good, man. It's going good. I'm really liking it. The story's awesome. Me and my writer, we're working on issue 2 right now. writing issue 2. So things are going good. It's an exciting time. It'd be nice if I could be a little faster and get it out because whew, I'm excited for everybody to see it. That's for sure.
Samesies. There's a chat. How do we do this? Now we're
You
good.
bring,
Now we're
you don't bring
good.
the,
No, I just
I was say you don't bring
no,
the chat up?
no. Like it'll show like Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it'll show me the notification, but it doesn't pop up. So I just see whatever you pop up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Must be
Like
because I got the.
if you bring it up, I'll see it. But like I'll see the notification.
You
I never
should have an
press it.
option. You should have an option on the side right here that you can click that says comments. It should bring up all the comments. You might not be
Yeah,
able to bring
it's
them.
a list, but it's not like
Yeah.
how it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. We're
But
on
I
the
never
same page,
look.
everybody. You never look.
Yeah. Turn it
Yeah.
on.
There's also a private chat. If you and I ever want to send private chats for whatever reason, you should
Like
be able to
during
get that.
this.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why we would. I mean, but there's an option.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you again to Joe, to Mike, to everybody. My family, I very appreciative. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow on Eye Stuff with Ryan Kincaid.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you
Where can
for
I find
checking
you?
out. Huh?
Sorry.
Huh?
I lost my touch. So give me some time to swing back into this. Where can everybody find you, Joe?
You can find me on the social medias, Facebooks, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube under Joe M. Sontag. Please check that out. If you're not watching on YouTube right now and you're watching on Facebook, go to my YouTube channel, hit a like and a subscribe. Go to Sean's YouTube, hit a like and a subscribe because that helps out our show. Because I've been telling everybody all the shows that you see me and Sean on, we broadcast them to both our Facebooks and both our YouTubes. So take the extra time to go to our channels and check those out. We'd really appreciate that. It helps grow our show. Yeah, you can type in Joe M. Sontag. You're going to find me somewhere. Sean, where can we find you? We don't have that cool banner behind you, so
Oh yeah.
let us know.
Google me, and whatever comes up, follow the link. Hard facts. Jodeci 24/7.
Oh man.
Yeah. And Saturday I'm going to be doing Best Friend Show with Mark Polton and Phil
Right.
McNulty. So we'll record that sometime this weekend, and then whenever that comes out.
That's awesome. We'll look forward to that. Well, everybody, things feel like they're getting right in the world as far as the art and stuff show goes, and it's awesome to have Sean back. We missed him. Everybody, you can see the comment section is full of love and support. So thank you everyone for checking out the show.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
It's definitely appreciated. Big thanks
you
for
can
me.
even dislike it. It's cool. Like thumbs down.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's caring.
Big thanks to me to Mike McMahon again for coming on and helping us out for all those weeks that he did.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And we will see everybody tomorrow for the Out and Stuff show with Ryan Kincaid. So everyone have a great night. Again, thank you for the support. We love you all. And yeah, that's it. Anything else?
No.
All right. Don't do drugs and stay in school.